Hello guys, this is Max. Welcome to my channel. This video is made to make you relax, to teach you the best technique, to improve the health of your clients, of your patients, of your partner. And we're gonna see some technique that they're gonna cover all the body. We started with the neck, like I can do right now, grabbing that trapezius and creating a trigger point therapy massage where you can add some movement and transform it in active release massage. You will see some Thai massage, but the purpose of this video is to make you relax, to allow your body and your mind and your spirit to be totally relaxed and maybe even fall asleep, listening to my voice and go in a state of deep relaxation, and where the vagus nerve, the parasympathetic system enter into play. And we start putting our client on the side, working on a trapezius. Trapezius, in fact, in this position, as you see, I didn't put any pillow, so that is in a stretch position, and that allows you to work even deeper into the muscle, into the occipital, and from there you can even go into the rhomboid. Allow the moving of the scapula, thoracic, glenohumeral joint, and even go on a triceps. As you know, I'm a big fan of sideline massages, and I believe you can reach all the body in this position. You can even go in the front, working on the psoas. But right now what we're doing is stretching the lateral line, the hips. And now you have a better view of the work on the neck. So we are working on C1, C2, extension, flexion, with something similar to a mulligan technique, where you press on the vertebra and you stretch the muscle. Here more work on the traps. I won't talk for all the video because I want you to be able to relax and watching the rest of the video in ASMR mode. I let you enjoy, and when it's necessary I will enter with my voice and keep on explaining. En esta dirección.
Si este es más grande, el otro era más ajustado, no pasa.
¿Qué hace? ¿Tiene el daño?
No.
Sì, se sta grande. We're gonna work now on the erector spine and all the muscle of the back with this tie technique, dynamic tie that allow you to move the scapulothoracic and the lumbar in the same time. In this technique, you can play with the different vertebrae from the thoracic. You can find the QL, like I'm doing right now. You can work with the longissimus, the multifidus. And it's really interesting because when you find a vertebra that is particularly tense, you can use both the hips and the thoracic to really concentrate on the vertebra and work in rotation and in extension. Here we are moving into the glute medius with some active release technique. Here we even try some work on the glute medium and the TFL. The more you abduct, the more you can go deep into a TFL muscle. In this way, you can actually, this will be the position you want to have with the client. Is not really favorable for the camera, but this is where you're gonna work the glutes in this position. You can even work on the hip socket directly on the labral, and work on the QL and pushing into the sacrum. And it's favorable to be then in the lateral position and start working on the QL. And I hope you're relaxing the more you listen to my voice and you find yourself in a state of relaxation where you can learn better my technique, or you can even fall asleep. When you work on a QL, you got to be aware that can be really sensitive, especially when you go in between the hips and the ribs. Now we just make all the erector spinous, all the multifidus muscle warm for the next work. And then, as I was saying, going deep into the QL. From there, you can even work on a trapezius. And again, into the lateral line. The lateral line is super important, especially when we're talking about athletes. This line is very often really tense. Think about a runner, think about an NFL player. Everybody that has to have a change of direction, most of the time find the lateral line really tense. And here we can even try to work on the hamstring. It's not the most favorable position, but you can still work on them. It's actually really positive working on the adductor in this position, because I find the inner line really workable on the lateral position. So you want to just use a tenor and the pisiformis just to go into the inner line, into the glutes, and you can even go up, following all the line into the neck. And now we are facing down. Perfect way to work on the feet. I find the work on the feet really suitable and really relaxing in this position, because you can use all the weight of your body to go into the plantar flexor and then direct into the calf. Here they work on the feet. Generally I fall all the line from the talus all the way into the toes and trying to open up, create more space in that feet, create breaking adhesion. And if the client has a really sensitive feet, you should not press too hard to avoid an inflammation of the nerves that go through the plantar. Here some work on the inner line. Remember, the inner line can be really painful. All the inner line, the soleo, the adductor. As I said, the inner and the lateral line are really painful, especially in people that play athletic and sport, because of change of direction, as I said before. Think about a soccer player that always have problem into the groin, or runners that have problem into their knee, on the famous runner knee, or the problem into the back, because of the imbalances of their muscle or of their hips, of their foot. And now some good stretch of the quad and on the TFL a little bit. And here you can see how I grab all the thigh and moving it up. That feels really good on the client. In this position, that is pretty intimate, because you need to know the client pretty much to be in this position. Especially it should be dressed, because if the client is not wearing a fitness outfit, it can be pretty uncomfortable for the client and even for you. And from here you can work directly on the glutes. I like this position because allow you to work on the 6 deep rotators in a really precise way. You can find the gemellus inferior, gemellus superior, you can find the piriformis, you can go into the glute medius, and even add some work on a TFL. Of course, using the elbow can be pretty intense, and especially in people with anterior pelvic tilt, where the muscle will try to grab or hold the hips to avoid any falling in the front. When you have an anterior pelvic tilt, your muscle of the glute medius, they are really tight for some reason. And now some work on the hamstring and the quadriceps in the same time. I like that kind of holding and massaging the protagonist and the antagonist muscle in the same time. That works fantastically and it feels very good. Now some classical work of pin and stretch. It's not a simple pin and stretch. You want to pin the muscle and you want to pull the muscle away. It's not necessary to go super deep. You just want to create that 45-degree angle where you feel the tension under the muscle. You want kind of the different part of the fascia to slide into each other, not just blocked the muscle and stretch the muscle. You just want them to find a connection and then make them slide. And the more they slide, most of the time, you can get rid of the pain of the client. Here you have another angle where I'm working the glutes. You can even follow the lateral line all the way down into the knee. Most of the time that line is really painful, so pay attention when you press. Again, lateral line work. This position you can even start working on the neck if you want. And then we go back, and we go back into the front. From there we stretch the quad and back into the front. So here what you see is some classical mobilization and some working on the iliopsoas. She has no problem in terms of stretching of the psoas. I didn't see any problem with the TFL, any problem with the rect fem. And we are moving into the multifidus work with some wood tie technique. Again, this technique is really intimate, so you have to have an understanding with the client and say, look, I'm gonna go on a table and I'm gonna show you some technique from Thai. They're really relaxing, but they can be it's really close. You know, I was talking with a Thai girl, and she was saying that the Wu Thai is pretty close for her. She likes the Wu Thai, but she finds this technique pretty difficult to do with, for example, with male client because of the closeness of the technique. So you got to have some kind of understanding with your client. So in this position, you can really work the QL. You can really work again the lateral line. We are doing really great work on the lateral line. You can work on the ball socket of the of the hips. In this position, you have a flexion of the hips. You have an adduction of the hips. So what's happening, and as having an adduction of the hips, the lateral line is completely exposed in an eccentric position. So it's really helpful to work in this way. And here you're gonna see some stretching of the back chain. I'm gonna go on the table. I'm gonna ask my client to just relax and let the body just fall and relax in a state of complete relaxation. You just have to, like she's doing right now, she just have to let it go and almost fall asleep. Let the neck go. Yeah, exactly. That's what we want. We want a complete state. It's like a puppet in your hand. And you can work on the back of the muscle there. And guys, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you're relaxing. I'm gonna let you see the rest of the video in SMR, so you can enjoy the rest of the video. I'm gonna show you some exercise that are really helpful for the back, especially in client with lower back pain. And I hope you enjoy my video, and subscribe and check my Patreon, Deep Tissue Lover. Alright, bye.
Pones la rodilla así, te coge la rodilla con entrambe la mano, te da un pequeño masajito. Ahí. Sigue dando un masaje, despacito. Despacito. Ora vas da un lato all'altro. Hace come una rutina di estiramiento que tú sabes. Sí, hace como una rutina de estiramiento. Lo que te viene en mente de hacer, lo que haces da un lato e dall'altro, da un lato e dall'altro. Bien, deja caer bien esto, déjalo caer todo. Estira de este lado, déjalo caer, eso. Ahí. Ahí estira bien. Y hacemos el otro lado. Tira bien esto para arriba. Hacemos el otro lado. Ahí, muy bien. Estira, estira, estira. Y vuelve. Ahora vamos boca abajo. Hacemos un poco de estiramiento. Nos ponemos tipo ahí. Perfecto. Estiriamo un poco esto. Ahí. Estiriamo acá. Ponemos esto, lo acerco, espera, esto acá, esto así, ok. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo va?
Bien, muy bien.
¿Se está relajando?
Muy relajado.
Sí. Ok.
Dices que
Entonces,
así es bien.
sí, así estás bien. Vale. No,
Así.
más con... Esto es siempre...
Así.
No, no, sí, sí. Así, mira. Así, exacto. Así. No. Así, normal.
Así.
Normal, sí. Y ahora tienes que... No, esto no se mueve. Se hace solo... Mira, cabeza. Mira. Estás acá. Entonces, de acá, cabeza. Y va hasta acá, ¿vale? Y de acá, cabeza. Hasta arriba. Entonces hace esto como un gato. Vale, después de esto, ahí.
Esa prueba no la pasé.
Ok.
En fisioterapia cuando...
Sí, es fisioterapia, claro.
Sí,
Va.
que hice una
Vamos.
semestre. No. Pero no la pasé. No la pasé. O sea, no logro.
Empieza col primero. Col primero. No, el primero. Eso, bien arriba, bien. Más. Ponete todo el pelo.
¿Me lo recojo?
Sí, se puede, sí. She's putting the hair on. Yep. Let's do it. So, cat and cow. Let's go all the way up. Yes, that's it. And the opposite. The opposite up. No, the arms are straight. Straight arms, yeah. And back. Yes. And again. That's it. Keep on doing it. Really good. E cambiamo esercicio. Hacemos el otro. Lo que estábamos haciendo antes. Sí, los brazos y la otra pierna. Manteniendo. Ahí. De nuevo. Cambia. Ahí, muy bien, mantieni, vuelve, perfecto, otro más. Bien, mantiene el equilibrio. Entonces, puede volver, ok. Y vamos, ahora te puede poner, está bien activa.
Sí.
¿Calor?
Calor.
Sí. Entonces, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo ha ido?
Muy bien.
Muy bien, ¿te gustó? Bueno, chicos, espera un segundo, que lo ponemos acá. Ok. Bueno, guys, I hope you like the video. Come here. Your name in Instagram? Il tuo nome in
Amy.
Instagram?
Amy.califa.
Amy.califa Bueno, se lo queréis seguir, if you want to follow, you can find it there. And guys, check my Patreon, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.